Spring is the perfect time to not only refresh your home, refresh your business, maybe even give yourself a new spring makeover. It's always great to get new clothes and to kind of have a new look, but it is really important to refresh your fitness routine. Most people make the mistake of just sticking to what they're doing, and by the time the spring is starting to roll around, you might become bored with that routine. When you become bored, you will become very lax and then sometimes not keep up with it. So keeping your routine fresh and doing new things along the way and changing up your routine is really important in staying consistent. So it will help you to feel stronger, more energized, and it's going to fit your lifestyle. Remember, exercising doesn't always mean going to the gym. It should fit in with your lifestyle, and spring is all about renewal, and your fitness routine should reflect that as well. So today we're going to share some practical tips and some ways that you can change up your spring workout routine. All right. Hello, I'm Belinda Ellsworth, and if you haven't hit subscribe, please do so. It really helps us out, and it also will notify you so that you know when we drop new videos. We're playing around with our schedule a little bit just so that we can get an idea of what's working, what's not. This is new for us, this channel, and so we're changing it up. We're trying new things, so changing our days that we drop it. So if you subscribe, then you'll always get a notification of when we drop something new. So let's talk about those tips. So number one, you always want to revisit and define your goals. So what you want to achieve in spring is endurance, flexibility, and of course, we probably want to start thinking about maybe some weight loss as you head into the summer. This is the time where people get serious. They kind of get that spring fever like you do in every other area. So you might have some really strong goals that you've set for yourself to get sort of bathing suit ready, if you will. And you're going to be wearing shorts, you're going to be wearing lots of sleeveless clothes. So a lot of times it really is about wanting to look and feel your best. So define what your goals are right now. It's a good time to revisit those. And then pick a schedule that you can stick to. This is so important. Scheduling, I always say this goes for anything that you do, but what gets scheduled gets done. So if you aren't scheduling in your walk, you want to go in for a walk after dinner, you want to go kayaking, you want to ride your bike. If you don't actually schedule it in, the likelihood of you are doing it becomes like there's an 80% chance that you probably won't fit it in. But if you schedule it, now there's an 80% chance you will do it, because there's always going to be things that happen and you decide, oh, I don't feel like it today. That's that 20%, right? But if you don't schedule it, there's 80% chance you won't do it. And if you do schedule it, there's an 80% chance you will. Those are some pretty good numbers and some pretty good odds. So I want to encourage you to, this is time to pick a new schedule. You know, maybe for me, because it starts becoming warmer, I always like to walk later in the day, or like in the winter. Sometimes I have to walk in midday. And what I love about the morning is I will go out and do a morning walk, just maybe even 30 minutes, 40 minutes, just to get grounded, to hear the birds chirping. It isn't so much for my actual workout routine. It's more of a get my day on and think about it. I don't go out walking outside in the middle of winter, especially early in the morning. It's not enjoyable. But I have to, if I'm going to walk, it has to be around 2 o'clock if I do go outside and walk at all. But I love getting a really good long walk in the summertime. I like to go around 5 or 6 o'clock, and you can still get a nice long walk in. I'll walk from like 5 to 7 or 6 to 8 because it's still light out, and I don't feel like I'm moving into my work day, and I'll do that a couple of times a week. So that is how I'll change my schedule around depending on the season. So pick a schedule that you can stick to. Tip 3 is you want to balance these 3 key things. So this is where you might want to change. How are you doing your strength training? What's that look like for you? You also want to think about your cardio. What I love is that in the wintertime, my cardio consists of some type of machine, or if I get to that. So I have a treadmill here at the house, and I have a bike here at the house. I don't use my stationary bike as much as I would like, just because I enjoy my outdoor bike so much more. I really love biking, especially in the summertime, spring, summer, fall. So I won't do that as much. If I go to the gym and they have the rower available, that's one of my favorite things to do. But in the summertime, spring and summer, I don't do any of those things. Those are my fall winter routines. So in the summertime, for my cardio, I like to do kayaking. I'd like to walk or run outside. You can go swimming. I love riding my bike. So to help you sort of get into this is start to find like trails that you can do. So you might like bike riding, but you're like, oh, I don't know where to bike. There are so many. I bet your community has trails that you don't even know exist. You can go to the library and actually pick up a book on trails in your area, in your town. This is really good information to have, because then you can map out like different trails that you want to check out, and it actually becomes like an adventure, which then can make your biking even more fun. Now, what I like to do is during the week, if I go and ride my bike, I have certain routines that I have mapped out. I know that if I start at this park and ride point and I get on the trail and take it all the way down to where that ends, I know that it's 7.5 miles. So that is going to be one way, a 15-mile bike ride. I've got another trail that I like to go on that is about 13 miles. I've got another one that I like to do that is 24 miles. So if I have a little bit more time and I want to go a little bit further, I know these specific trails, they are mapped out, and I know exactly where I need to turn around or how far I need to go, and I know exactly what type of workout that I've gotten in. One of the things I like to do, especially with my 15-mile trip that I have mapped out, that's my favorite one to ride, is I like to write down my time. So, and you can also use, there's apps you can use. I always use Strava. I do that more for my biking than I do for my walks. I forget to do it when I'm walking. But if you use Strava, it's really awesome, and it will actually show you your route, exactly where you went, how you went, and the time frame in which you did it. So one of the things that I like to do is to try to beat my time or do a little bit better time. And I don't always do that. Sometimes I just go to be a little bit more relaxed, and sometimes I go out and say, I'm going to beat my best time today and put a really strong effort into that. So these are just a couple of things that you can do to make your workout a little bit more interesting and a little bit more fun. So you've got, what cardio do I want to do? Now, your strength training, you could pick even outdoor, and for flexibility, this is a good time. Maybe take an outdoor yoga class, or get a mat and do your yoga outside in your yard. You can make this look completely different. Now, a lot of people, if you don't know your routine in your head and you're used to watching it on a television screen and you're following along with that, then it becomes a little bit more difficult to do that. But there are so many outdoor yoga classes, so why not look one up and find where you can go for some flexibility. So a key point here is to make sure that you are picking one for each category. So flexibility, cardio, and strength. These are the 3 things that you want to give time to each week, no matter what. Flexibility, your strength training, and your cardio. So what do you have planned? Number 4 is progress gradually. So don't go in saying, okay, I'm just gonna go in and hit it hard, and that's what you're doing. So no, you want to be able to go in and just start making progress gradually. For me, I have been practicing and working up for a 5K. Now, I haven't ran. I'm not a big runner. I walk more and I run a little bit. I'm not an avid runner at all. So I just decided, you know what? So now that I've gotten in shape and I'm kind of doing some different things, I want to push myself and stretch myself a little bit. And I've been preparing for a 5K. So now I have been gradually progressing with that so that by the time that this spring and summer rolls around, I can sign up for some of these 5Ks and then see how I do. And then, hopefully maybe do better each time. So that's one of the things that I'm doing to keep my workout kind of exciting and changing it up. And then tip number 5 is track your progress, reflect on what you've done. I do the absolute best. And I thought recently, I don't need to do this every day. I can do this. But I have a journal that I've been keeping since the beginning of my weight loss journey. And every day I would go into the journal and I would write down my weight for the day because now I've hit my goal weight. And so now I'm fluctuating, I give or take 3 pounds at any given time. I'm up 3, down 2, up 1, down 3, and I'm okay. As long as it's within that 3 to 5 pound range, I'm perfectly happy with that. So I'm at my goal weight. And so I quit writing it down every day. And this can be a mistake because it can get away from you pretty quickly. But I thought, well, I don't need to write it down every single day. I do weigh every day and I know what it is, but I wasn't writing it down. So that was mistake number 1, because as I always wrote that down every day, it started my page. So then I would write stretches, so my flexibility, and I would write that in, and I would have some of the stretches that I would do, and then I would just put a big fat check mark beside of it. Then I would go to cardio, and then I would just leave it blank, and then I would end up filling in what cardio did I do that day. And then I would put my weights, and then I have my isometrics. Now, I don't have to do both weights and isometrics for my strength training, but I sometimes do a little bit of both, and sometimes I do a lot of both, and sometimes I only do one or the other. But because it's written in my journal, I have a tendency to do it and fill it in. And I, every time I go away on a little trip, I don't know what it is, do not know, but I end up getting sick almost every single time. It is the weirdest and strangest thing, especially when I go to Boston. So then I came home and I wasn't feeling good. So then I didn't do it for 5 days in a row. And now I'm having a hard time getting back in the swing of things. It doesn't take long for you to get off your routine. So I find that when I take the time to fill out that journal page, then I want to fill in the results of the journal page. When I don't do it as much. So this is just for me, and it works for me because I'm still, as much as you would think, now I've been doing this for almost 18 months, and you think, oh, it's a habit and it should be easy and I should just do it routinely. It is not. And so if it's not for you and you think, oh my gosh, that person, how do they just keep up? It's a struggle. It is a battle, but I know that if I yesterday got mad at myself. I was like, what are you doing? I had been doing some of my isometrics anyway, but I just hadn't written it down. So it was very haphazard, but when I write it down, I end up doing the rest of the routine. I end up saying, okay, I've got to still get 30 minutes of cardio in. I'm going to go walk on the treadmill. Sometimes I just go up and down my stairs for 30 minutes. Whatever you do that you enjoy. Sometimes I do my mini trampoline for 30 minutes. So then it makes me think, okay, let me play my songs list and let me get on this trampoline. So that's what I did yesterday. And then I decided, you know what? I keep saying I'm going to go down and play my drums and I'm just going to do it. So I was so happy that I finally started a practice routine with my drum set. And I have to say, I just want to share this because it was kind of a big deal for me. And I decided I'm going to post a video on here of me playing. So just for fun, because it'll be a good weekend sort of routine. Now, in the past, when I had all that weight on me and I would go down to practice, and I had done no strength training. So keep all that in mind. and I would go to play, and especially if I was playing something really super fast, I would get done playing and my arm would feel like muscle atrophy. Like I wasn't able to keep up, especially with like really fast songs. I was like, "Oh my gosh, that my arm feels like it's about to fall off." And I would get out of breath. If I played like 3 or 4 heavy rock and roll songs in a row, I'd be out of breath. And so yesterday I played for an hour. I just went through my whole playlist of songs that I enjoy playing to, some fast, some slow. And the one I always end with is the fastest one out of all of them. And it's fast. And I wouldn't say that I did it at 100% yesterday, but I lost it at about 3/4 of the way of the song. That means I was keeping up with it till about 3/4 of the way through the song. And I was like, and of course, this is at an hour. But here was the most amazing thing. My arms did not hurt. They weren't shaking at all. I was not out of breath at all. And the only thing that was hurting was my right hip joint from playing my bass drum on that, consistent for an hour. My hip was sore. So it was like, that tells me that I haven't been working out that area probably as much as I need to. But it was fun, and it was just a good way to shake up my routine. And that was cardio also. Plus, it's fun. So what are you going to do that is going to change up your routine, that is going to create something fun and interesting for you this spring and summer season? Because this is the time to do it, because the weather is breaking, it's starting to be nice out, and you just get that itch that you want to be outside doing really fun things. So create your routine, have some fun, and don't forget to hit subscribe or like the page. And if you want to share this with somebody, please feel free to do so. Thank you so much, everybody, and we'll see you next week.